What's good, everybody? Welcome back. It's your boys, TJ and Kain. We hope you all had an amazing week. But before we get into this episode, I just want to say to everyone in the southeast part of the U.S., specifically in Florida, you and your families are in our thoughts and prayers tonight as a hurricane is touching landfall, as there's been tornadoes reported all across the area. We just want to say that we're thinking about you. We want you to stay safe and make sure you're following your state's evacuation plan. That way you and your family can be safe. You guys are with us tonight. Now, some of you may have noticed at the beginning of this episode, I said TJ and Kain. We are down a member tonight.
We've lost a man.
Travis is MIA for this episode. He had a last-minute thing come up, and he will be greatly missed during this episode. There is also a couple things that I want to say before we get into this episode. I know this is a little bit of a long intro, but one thing I want to say is before we start is if you have a small business or know someone that has a small business, we want to work with you or them or your friend or your family. If you're looking for guaranteed exposure in addition to what your marketing plan already provides, we can provide that for you. We can provide that additional guaranteed exposure to your business and to yourself. If you're interested, feel free to DM me on Facebook or Twitter. Facebook is Kain Wilder. My Twitter's at Wilder42K. We like to support local business. We like to support people that support us. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you know anybody that has a small business, we want to work with you. We want to help you grow your business and for you to help us grow ours. Now, TJ, the last thing, I didn't tell you this, and I'm surprised by this. These are our stats. We go over them every time.
Yep.
And I didn't think we were going to be able to do it. But our stats now, through 5 episodes, we have now reached 4 continents. We are now in North America, South America, Europe, and Southeast Asia.
Let's go.
And we have surpassed 1,000 streams in 5 episodes. We are at 1,037. That's an average of about 200 an episode. And holy shit, guys, thank you all so much. I mean, I don't think any of us anticipated it to do this well, but I mean, we are all very much thankful for this, Travis and Spirit, but it's wild to think about. We are live on Twitch recording this episode, back-to-back episodes live on Twitch. Makes it a little bit easier on me, a little bit easier on editing and so on and recording it. And we actually have our first question in the chat is, does TKT mean Travis, Kain, and TJ? And a lot of people didn't catch on to this, that when we named our podcast 2 Kill Time, we were trying to figure out how we could also make it like go with our names or something corny as shit. And when we said 2 Kill Time, we were like, holy shit, Travis, Kain, and TJ, that's perfect.
So like technically TKT means both 2 Kill Time and Travis, Kain, and TJ.
A little double entendre for the folks listening at home and watching on YouTube.
Little factoid for you.
So now, again, that was a bit of a long intro. TJ, how was your week, buddy?
Dude, I mean, I turned 21 over the weekend, man.
Yes, sir. Everybody in chat and listening at home, wish TJ a happy birthday. He's finally 21. He can finally drink legally because he's never had an illegal drink before, of course.
Absolutely not.
Never.
No, not once.
What'd you do for your birthday, man?
Dude, I went golfing in the morning with my friend and his dad, my boy Dylan, and I won by I don't know how the hell.
What'd you shoot? Do you remember?
Yeah, dude. Oh shit. I think the par was 72.
Wow.
And I shot 112.
Oh my god. That's probably as good as I'd do. So I'd probably actually do worse than that. I'm not gonna lie.
They shot 120 and 123. So like.
Oh wow! So you crushed them. Yeah, like it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close.
I was like, holy and I am not a golfer, man. I've been golfing.
I've never been golfing, so we've been to Topgolf. I think we've all talked about this. I've always been into golf, but I've never went because like one, it's an expensive sport, whatever.
It's expensive.
But I've always wanted to go just see what I do, but like I feel like if I go, I'm gonna fall out of love with the sport. But Topgolf is so much fun, dude. Just go out there and crank balls.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever been to Topgolf, bro?
I have not, because there's not any near me.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah, if you ever come down here, because it's like right over here. Oh my god, their mac and cheese bites, their buffalo chicken dip.
I am
fire, dude, fire
for both those.
Me too.
But anyways, yeah. So for my birthday, went golfing, and then went to Druthers in Saratoga for my birthday dinner, which was fucking gas.
What'd you have?
Dude, I had this loaded mac and cheese. So it was mac and cheese, chicken, barbecue sauce, ranch, breadcrumbs, and just all of it was.
My inner fat kid is screaming right now.
Oh my God. It was.
Have you ever had, I don't know if they still do it. They used to do like beer cheese and like either pretzels or something like that.
Yeah.
Fire, dude. Fire. I've only been there maybe 2 or 3 times, and I've gotten that every time.
I love druthers. They're just a bit expensive, sad.
So, oh yeah, there's no doubt. Every because they're a brewery, right?
Yeah.
Every brewery down here isn't terribly expensive, but I mean it's city expensive. It's not even that it's like a distillery or a brewery.
Yeah, because I mean Saratoga is just expensive in general.
Oh my God, I know.
But no, that one in Toga is crazy. It's got all the distillery pipes and brewing fucking whatever equipment up there.
Is there another one? I thought that was like the only one.
I think there's one opening in Clifton Park soon.
Oh, that'd be sick.
It opened? Yeah, so I guess it opened in Clifton Park.
That's kind of dope. So I'm not gonna lie.
And then I could have swore there's one down in like Schenectady. So I think there's, yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought the only one was in Toga.
No, yeah, there's a couple.
So are you guys doing a party for your 21st, or like what's the plan? You guys gonna get schmiggity schmacked or what?
I want to. I was thinking about hitting Dave and Buster's because like getting hammered playing arcade games kind of sounds.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Sounds fire. You know,
I've never been to Dave and Buster's in my life.
Really?
Not one time. Not one time.
Looks like we gotta get you on a plane, buddy.
I'd be down, dude. Like, I think there's one down here, but I don't know. We've just never.
It's expensive. It's fun though.
I mean, I guess I've just never really thought like, oh, let me go out and, do it that way. I really don't know. But what are some? This is a question going off of your birthday, and if you're gonna have a party or not. What are some of your favorite party memories that you didn't drink at, of course, because you weren't 21?
So I am a water pong champion.
I don't know, dude. I thought I gave you the sauce when I came home. I thought I gave you the ragu that night.
Nah.
I'm just saying. I'm just talking that out there.
Dude, I've never played beer pong at your house. Actually.
I don't think you have.
But sorry, water pong.
Yeah, dude, stop.
Stop, bro. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
What's some of your what's a one memory that really sticks out?
Honestly, there was this one time. So me and a couple of my friends, this was the semester up at Kain when you were gone. Mm-hmm. It was me, Travis, Lindsay, Will, and
we just said Will in unison.
So Travis wanted to hang out, and I got invited to go to this party, St. Lawrence.
Yeah.
And so I told Travis that I had mad homework to catch up on because
You're cutting in and out a little bit. I don't know if it's because you're hitting your mute button or something, but you sound fine, but I don't know.
Okay, so I'll try to. Yeah, I'll try to hold it steady.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so Jesus, where was I? So we went to
Travis asked you to hang out or something.
Yeah. So Travis asked me to hang out, so I told him I had a ton of. Because I felt bad about going to this party. Yeah. So I get there, and all of a sudden, we get all our shit together, grab some,
Yeah.
Party favors.
Favors, you said.
And we go on over, and dude, I was there for probably 20 minutes, and this dude jumps off this staircase just through a table.
Oh.
Just straight up elbow drops it.
Watch out!
Because he said he was trying to dunk it. In beer pong. He was trying to dunk the ball.
Yeah, water pong.
Yeah. Well, I don't know their ages. They could have been legal.
Yeah, but you didn't partake, of course.
I didn't partake, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, so that was probably the crazy because dude, I wasn't on campus for very long.
Yeah.
So like that was one of the first couple parties I went to, and this dude just 10 feet, 10, 15 feet, elbows, dude. He bodied himself. Like he was fucked. He broke the table, but he bounced off the ground hard as
awesome.
shit. And I was like, yikes.
That's awesome. Probably one of my I think I have like two memories that really stick out to me is like going to a party in like 2017. It was like Haley. I think it was Haley and Travis's first freshman semester. It was either fall or spring. It was definitely their first year, but it was either fall or spring. We went to. Did you ever meet Kirby when you were in college?
Yes.
So we went to a frat party they were hosting, and they played Two Phones by Kevin Gates, and the place fucking erupted. And
really?
Like for some reason that always stuck with me. And when we left, Cody drove us home because he was DD that night, and Haley was hammered, dude. Like she was gone. And that was back when she was drinking like the Strawberryta Bud Lights, the tall boys. She could only drink like one or two. She's a lot better now, but she used to be a really bad lightweight. And we left, and she's like, she got pissed at something. And she had like a half-drinking can of it, heaves the can like across the street. And it like comes close to hitting this guy's car. And then the other memory, like one of my favorite memories of just like chilling and drinking with you was I think we were at your ex's house. And Cadence clipped a fucking volleyball net, dude. Like she was sober because she was underage,
completely sober.
Yeah, like she was fine, and it was pretty late. It was like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and all of a sudden, like she says something, so we all turn, and we all just watch her smack this net. It's like a fucking recoil, dude. Like she like walks through it and then collapses. The poles come down, dude.
Everything smashes into the ground.
It was awesome.
The funniest part is you and I were also completely sober, having a very serious conversation.
Yes.
And that was what stopped us. We heard
we heard the crash bang.
Something. Yeah, and we just heard that noise. Lay in there.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Volleyball net down.
That was fucking
and you and I
awesome.
Start crying.
Yeah, because it was just us by the fire. Everybody else had like left to go on their fucking walk or whatever the fuck.
Dude, you know what was another hilarious party memory for me?
Go ahead.
Was at your house. We're all hanging out. It was one of like the first couple times you came home.
Okay.
And Will was there.
Okay.
And this man yacked everywhere.
Oh
bro.
yeah, he threw up outside.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, I was cocked that night.
And he was jacked up.
I was in rough shape that night.
He threw up everywhere, bro.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And I was like, God damn.
I don't remember what night that was.
I don't either.
That's like when you said it, I didn't know where you were going with it because Will's only been to my house, I think, twice.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. I mean, we've had some crazy ass fucking things.
I mean, you know the one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt. Slate says in chat that he thought Travis was like 35, that he was older than Matt, and he thought that you were the oldest, then it was Matt, then Travis, and that I was the youngest. Even though we've been over this in the podcast like 3 times. TJ is 21.
He's 35?
Yeah, so you're older than 35.
Jesus.
Travis is 35. I think he knows Matt's like 26, 27, and he knows I'm 24.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Damn.
I don't know, bro.
Damn, that hurts.
He just put, I really thought TJ was like 35, Matt was 28, Travis was like 26, and you were like 22 or 23. You knew I was 24. I've been fucking 23 since I've known you, Slates. Fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, no, fresh 21, not 35.
Fresh 21. I'm actually going to be 25 this year. That's fucking crazy, dude. I'm old as shit.
Old.
I'm old.
You're hitting the prime.
I am.
You should be in your athletic prime right now.
My athletic prime.
Your peak performance.
Did you do anything like cool this week other than your birthday? Like, have you done anything cool or this past week?
I mean, not really. I was trying to think like I've just kind of been doing school, man. Like it's just it takes so much freaking time, you know, because then I'm in classes all day, homework all night.
Word.
But like, yeah, I've kind of also been hanging out with Dylan, and we've been grinding Borderlands again.
Really, I've never gotten into that game, bro. Like ever.
It's fun, dude. I used to love it.
Slade said he did not know that I was 24 and that I act like I'm 4, though. I don't think I've ever acted like I'm 4. I definitely act like I'm 13.
Who like, is this? Who? Yo,
that's Hayden, Slade? Bro. Hayden from the group chat.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, okay. That's Slade. Okay. We went over that today in the group chat, but, you know, you probably have noticed that
shit gets, dude, that shit gets going, and I can't catch up. So then I
that's
just
what makes it fun. That's the point of group chat, okay?
No, I know.
Well, kind of seems like you don't. Makes me a little upset.
All right.
Sheesh.
Coming at me.
I did do some cool things this week. I went to the Titans game this past week against the Raiders. It was a really good game. Nothing crazy happened. Actually, yeah, something crazy did happen while we were there. Haley got like heat exhaustion by like we had like 7 minutes left in the first half of the second quarter. And we were like, yeah, we're going to go up and get something to drink. And by the time we get to the top of the stairs to like because we were in the first bowl. So we walk up the stairs to go out. And she's like dizzy, like saying she can't see. I'm like, what's wrong? Like, let's get her water. Like, let's get first aid over here type shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, dude, like had to sit down. Was literally dehydrated, like heat exhaustion type shit. So that happened at the Titans game. That was a little scary. But we just hadn't eaten that day, and she had only had like one drink during the first half, and it was like 80. The sun was beaming on us. And I said to her, like, I understand the whole like not eating, didn't drink that much, but I was like, you go like all day without a water or something. I was like, we're in 80-degree heat. I was like, I'm fucking twice your weight. I'm fine. Like, I'm chilling. And she was like, well, we jokingly said it's because she sits inside all day in AC at her job. So she's like never outside, whereas like I'm outside all the time, like watching a lot or doing something. So I'm constantly in that heat. And then yesterday, we actually went to my first ever NHL game. We went to Nashville Predators game. It was really fun. We actually got free tickets through our apartment complex. Was the only reason why we went. And it was dope. Yeah, it was really cool, dude. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to a hockey game. I think you've been to at least a collegiate game.
I've been to one professional hockey game. And the Buffalo Sabres versus the Rangers.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, so
it's a dope energy, dude.
Yeah, like it's unreal. It's almost like it's like if you've ever been to like a minor league baseball game or like a college baseball game or even like an arena football game. It's that type of energy, bro. Like for being a professional like NHL game, it was unreal. There was a lot of energy from the fans. It was really cool.
It's intense.
Yeah. If you're ready to get into this next segment here, I don't want to rush us, but I want to do what we have scheduled this week is a top 5 draft. We haven't done one in, I think, the last 2 episodes. In the last one, we did cereals. Now, I didn't want Travis to miss this, but it was really the only segment that I could come up with other than our last one coming up, is a top 5 draft of beverages. So, again, if you pick one, I can't pick it. But you'll go first, I go second. Just bounce back and forth of like a normal pick.
Beverages.
All beverages. It can be anything. Like, I think I have like my.
This is gonna be a hot take, dude, because not a soda guy.
I'm a soda guy, but I don't think any soda cracks my top 5 of beverages. Maybe like 1 or 2.
Not even close for me.
Yeah, like definitely not top 2.
No. Yeah.
But if you're ready, I mean, go ahead and start off this top 5 beverage draft.
I get the first pick.
Mm-hmm. With the first overall pick in the TKT 2022 beverage draft, TJ Van Buren selects.
We select Arizona Arnold Palmer iced tea.
That is bullshit. I'm mad. I'm upset.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to FedEx Express you these fucking hands.
Yeah, and I'll catch them and deliver them right back.
Ridiculous, bro. With my first overall pick, I'm going to bounce off of that and go with just the regular Arizona lemon iced tea as number 1.
Okay.
I'm pissed you took Arnold Palmer because that is my favorite beverage.
Yeah, mine too. Okay. See, dude, my top 5 could be all Arizona.
For sure. Yeah, it definitely could be.
But just to move away from Arizona, because it'll stay there, I'm going to go with Orange Raspberry Propel.
Wow. At number 2.
Yeah.
You definitely could have gotten that at 5 because I was not going to pick a Propel.
Well, I don't know. Things pop in my head. And
you do.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Cool Blue Gatorade, the blue one, at number 2.
That's
a good
valid.
one. It's a good one.
Yeah. Yep. With my number 3 in the all-time beverage draft, I will, dude. See, fuck. Like, there's so many options.
There's so many drinks in my head right now.
Like, how do I decide in like 15 seconds? You know?
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, no, it's okay. But I'm gonna go. Also go Gatorade.
Okay.
But I'm going to go.
If you say cucumber, it's on site.
No, my God. Oh my God.
Terrible.
Awful. I'm going to go with Arctic Blitz Gatorade.
Is that one? Is that a G2 or?
It's like the teal one. I don't know if it's G2. I think it's.
Might be Gatorade Zero though.
It's not Zero. I know that.
All right, close.
Because I drink Zero all the time.
Close call.
Ironically.
I'm going to take with my this would be my third pick. I think I'm gonna go with Arnold Palmer Spiked, so the alcoholic beverage. Number 3. It's up there. Okay. I probably could have gotten it at 5, but that is my favorite, like, brewski. That's my go-to if I can find it. I'm buying it.
See, those ones are tough, man. Like the twisted tea shit. Like,
yeah,
couple of those, you're feeling them. You know,
a couple of those, and you're feeling wild.
But damn, see, I didn't even consider alcohol. You know, like there's just so many possibilities.
Yeah,
that it's like, okay. So with my number 4 pick, wow,
it was hard.
I
have too many in my head that I'm like running through.
I know. I'm like, I feel like I could go with so many options, but like, dude, are we considering milkshakes?
I guess. I mean, technically, it's a drink.
It's a beverage.
Yeah, technically.
Son of a bitch. That's even more, you know? All right. So this is going to be a bold pick.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with Fiji water.
I love Fiji water, bro. That's like my favorite water.
Oh, my God.
That's my favorite water. My number 4 pick, I'm going to go with Nemesis. No, let's not do that. Let's change my mind. Reverbing. Shiny Splash G Fuel. Go with that. Shiny Splash G Fuel. For those that don't know, that is blueberry lemonade flavor.
Oh.
Fire. Love that. Shout out G Fuel. Asking for a sponsor. G Fuel Arizona. Just let me know. Let us know here. We're down for anything.
TJ Van Buren on the socials. You'll find me. But, all right. So for my number 5, I'm going to go Corona with a lime.
No, so it has to have a lime.
Oh, gotta.
Okay.
Number 5.
My number 5 is actually, damn, hold on. I can't think of the name of it. It's not Essentia. Hold on.
Is it Life Water?
No.
Evian or something?
Evian, that's the one. Evian water, dude. Good. That's fire. That's some fire ass water, dude. I love that shit.
Yeah, dude.
That's my center, dude. That's my 5 spot. That's my center.
That's good.
Gives me my fucking If I could go to 6, so like if I had a choice of 6, do you have a 6? Because I have one.
Go with your 6.
My 6th is blue raspberry body armor.
Damn.
Yeah, like I was tossing between the water and the body armor, but I already had Gatorade, so I had to save that.
Crazy pick, bro.
Okay.
I was also thinking body armor. That's why. But I'm gonna go blackout berry body armor.
That one's fire. I like that one.
Yeah.
I have a 7th, but it's a terrible take. No one's gonna like it.
We love the terrible takes.
It's milk, bro. Milk is gas.
Milk.
Milk.
Oh, no.
Any flavor though, like it could be chocolate, strawberry, or just regular milk.
Okay. All right. Well then,
I love milk, bro. Like I get flamed on my stream all the time because like I'll just be like, babe, can you give me a glass of milk?
It's
not almond milk though, like just milk, like
just straight
milk,
up
chocolate, or strawberry.
Okay.
Or I guess I can make it a little bit better. Maybe a Nesquik milk, like go with a. They actually have like banana.
For my 7.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Baja Blast Mountain Dew.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of Pitch Black. I was a Pitch Black guy over Baja.
See,
if I want Baja Blast, I could just go to Taco Bell. Where can I get Pitch Black? Nowhere, dude. Like now I can't get it at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, it's just ridiculous, dude.
I miss the Dew SA.
Yeah, I do miss like how they used to do the like Decision shit every year.
Yeah,
those were sick.
Fun.
I did enjoy those. This is another kind of big thing that I wanted to do with you guys. Sadly, Travis isn't here for the first part, but a while ago, Barstool Sports posted a fast food bracket for the ages, like March Madness style, like fucking 64 fast food places. So there's 4 regions. So we're gonna do it region by region for the next 4 episodes, and then the next 5th we'll do we'll do the whatever. I guess it would be Sweet 16, and then Sweet 16, then Elite 8, then Final 4, and then Champs. So we're gonna do that, okay? Or maybe its team is 62. I don't fucking know. Yeah, 60. So it's 30, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4 finals. Okay.
Gotcha.
So we're going to be starting. The first region, okay, is the Happy Meal region. Okay.
Oh, boy.
I'm sure you can guess who's in this.
Yeah.
1 seed versus 6 seed. We've talked about the 16 seed already tonight. McDonald's versus Dave & Buster's. I don't know how Dave & Buster's is fast food, but I'd probably take McDonald's. I go to McDonald's more.
I go to McDonald's more. Yeah. So I guess
guess it's McDonald's.
McDonald's is the fast food. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's not much more we can do there.
Dave & Buster's is a restaurant.
Yeah, so McDonald's, 1 seed, moving on. I have no idea what this is. Fleming's at 8 seed, Subway at 9. I'm taking Subway because I don't know what Fleming's is.
I hate Subway, but I also don't know what Fleming's is, so I just have to.
Yeah, I have no idea. 4 seed versus 13, Capital Grill versus Panera Bread. I'm taking Panera.
I don't know what Capital Grill is.
It's the upset of the century. 13 over 4 seed. Panera Bread moves on. 5 versus 12, Burger King versus Logan's. I like Logan's, but I would say I probably go to Burger King more. Have you ever been to Logan's?
I have not, but I really like BK, so.
All right. I'm fine with moving Burger King on. I like Logan's. I just don't go there all the time. It's good food, but it's not like anything I'd be like, yo, you guys got to go to Logan's.
What kind of food is it?
And it's like a roadhouse, steakhouse type place. Gotcha. They have really good rolls. Their rolls are fire. But like it's not anything where I'd be like, yo, you got to go to Logan's. Whereas like if you drive by a Burger King, you'd be like, oh, let's stop and get some Burger King. You wouldn't drive by a Logan's and be like, oh, let's stop in quick. It's not quick. Yeah, it's not fast food. 6 seed versus 11 seed. P.F. Chang's versus Zaxby's. I'm taking Zaxby's, even though I hate Zaxby's.
Ooh.
I'm not a big Chinese guy.
I'm going to go with P.F. Chang's.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
All right, chat, we're coming to you, bro. We have a tie. Could we do, it's P.F. Chang's versus Zaxby's.
P.F. Chang's versus Zaxby's.
Can we get a tiebreaker? Will says Burger King is terrible. That is just me. Yeah, well, Logan's is terrible too, so.
Burger King is just
Trying to get an answer from chat. Hoping somebody says something here.
Trying to get something.
All right, well, we'll move on, and when chat updates, we'll update. Yeah. Then we have the 3 seed versus 14. I think this is no contest. Chipotle versus Torchy's. Chipotle wins.
Chipotle.
Yeah, easy. Yep. 7 versus 10 seed. This one's kind of close.
Okay.
Panda Express versus California Pizza Kitchen. I think I'd take Panda just because like I'm not a fast food like pizza guy. I'd rather have like pizza from like a mom and pop place.
Okay. Yeah, I don't.
I like Panda too. I like their
good.
beef and broccoli with a little bit of white rice, maybe a side of chow mein.
You said the other place was called what? Not Panda Express.
It's called California Pizza Kitchen.
See, I haven't had that.
I would assume it's like a gas station thing. I've never had it either, but it's pizza.
Okay, so I'll go with Panda Express.
Okay. Another good one, a 2 seed versus a 5 seed. I don't know, or a 2 seed versus 15. I don't know how this is a 2 versus 15. Outback Steakhouse versus TGI Fridays. I don't know how that's a 2 versus 15 seed. I feel like that should be like an 8-9 or like a 7-10.
Which one's the 2 seed?
Outback is the 2 seed. 15 is TGI Fridays. I'm taking the 15 seed upset.
Dude.
I like Outback, but how are you gonna disrespect TGI Fridays like that?
Yeah, dude. No, I'm with you. I'm taking the upset.
Another big upset. Okay.
March Madness.
March Madness. We had 2 big upsets.
Outback's not bad though.
We had the 13 over 4 seed and the 15 over 2. Outback is good. Outback is definitely good.
Outback is gas. It's just like.
So do we want to just do the next 4 episodes? So like the next 3 would be what's called the No Sundays region, the Welcome to Chili's region, or Big Menu region, or do we want to do all of those regions now and then break up? So like next week we'll do the round of 32, and then the next week do the Sweet 16.
We could do all of them now, then break it down.
All right,
round by round.
Bet. Okay. I'm fine with it. Unless you want to wait for Travis, we can wait for Travis.
It's up to you. I'm cool either way.
All right, let's run through it. I mean, we'll have 3 more episodes doing this. So, 1 seed versus 16 seed. This is for the No Sundays region, so I'm assuming it means places that are closed on Sundays. Chick-fil-A 1 seed versus 16 seed White Castle. No contest. Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
No contest. 8 seed versus 9 seed. Seasons 52. I've never had it. And Steak and Shake. I'm probably taking Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Number 4 versus 13. These are 2 completely different styles of food. Is Red Lobster versus Dairy Queen. Red Lobster's 4 seed. Dairy Queen 13.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they paired that one up.
I'm going Dairy Queen.
I think so too. Like, I've never been to Red Lobster. Not one time.
I've been nope.
I've never even been asked to go to Red Lobster.
No, I've never heard one person.
It'd be like, yo, we gotta go to the Red, baby.
We gotta hit up Red Lobster.
So another 13 over 4 seed upset. Will says White Castle's as bad as BK. White Castle's worse than BK.
White Castle's
5 seed versus 12. Shake Shack versus Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut kind of slaps. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I literally had Pizza Hut last night, stuffed crust.
I've only had Shake Shack once. It was good, but
I've never had Shake Shack. It looks mad good though.
All right, Pizza Hut then.
Pizza Hut it is. Just
12 seed over the 5. Okay, another upset.
Eat it.
This one's kind of good. I think this is an easy choice though. 6 versus 11. Buffalo Wild Wings versus Checkers / Rallies. I think it's B-dubs.
Checkers has fire fries, bro.
Yeah, but B-dubs has great burgers, great wings.
They have mad small wings, but yeah,
that's true.
I'll go B-dubs.
Okay. 3 versus 14. Wendy's versus Carl's Jr.
I've never had Carl's Jr., but I've heard it's really good.
It is. I enjoy it. I like Carl's Jr. more than Wendy's.
But I am a huge Wendy's guy. So I'm going to go with Wendy's.
All right, we'll go with Wendy's then. 7 versus 10. Bojangles versus Qdoba? QDOBA?
QDOBA?
Yeah. I hate Bojangles, though. I think it's
Bojangles?
disgusting, dude. Bojangles. Yeah, it's a fried chicken
right?
place. Yeah, basically like every other. It's Popeyes, fried chicken, fucking KFC.
Is it worse
I
than
hate it.
KFC?
I hate Bojangles, dude. I hate it with a passion.
Why?
I
Why
don't know,
is
it's
that
just disgusting, dude. Like the thing about the South, not to get sidetracked here, dude, is like, so a breakfast sandwich. What do you think of when you hear a breakfast sandwich?
bacon, egg, and cheese, bro?
What's it on?
What's it on?
Yeah, like what do you put it on?
Probably a bagel.
Nope, down here, biscuit. And
Biscuit's so fucking
it's so dry, dude. Like
Yeah,
you
dude,
pull
I
up.
can't
The
do
only
it.
thing good at Bojangles is they have potato rounds, and you know, like hash browns at Dunkin', how they're super small. They're like this, like thick, and then like maybe like the size of a quarter.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, these things are like fucking like that and like that thick. They're huge. They're so
Bro.
good, and they give you like 5 in a package. I just like rocked my desk with my knee. That hurt so bad.
I heard that.
But yeah, I guess we have to choose Bojangles because I don't even know what the other place is.
I don't either.
So
Yeah.
7 seed wins that one. Texas Roadhouse 2 seed versus 15 seed Domino's.
Ooh.
Is it another 15 seed upset?
Nah, bro. I'm going Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse.
I've never
fire.
been.
Dude, oh my god, it's so gas, dude. They have this butter, dude. The cinnamon butter alone, dumb.
Damn. Okay.
Good.
All right. Well, then I guess we'll go. No, it's definitely not Texas Roadhouse. That
I'm not
going to.
disrespecting Domino's that much.
You're
They
good.
have
You're good.
okay pizza.
All right. So a 2 seed beats 15 seed as it should. Ooh, this is a good one. I'm not sure. It definitely makes sense that it's a 1 seed versus 16 seed. Cheesecake Factory versus Wawa's.
Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, easy. Culver's versus Moe's. 8 versus 9. I'm taking Moe's.
I'm also taking Moe's.
Yep. 4 versus 13. Popeyes versus Wingstop. I'm taking Wingstop.
I've never had Wingstop. It looks good.
It's all right. It's fast food wings. It's basically like B-dubs, but just wings.
Okay.
And again, I'm not a fried chicken guy.
Yeah, I'm not either. So yeah, I'll go
Okay.
just off of. I don't really like.
Oh, this one's kind of cool too. 5 versus 12. IHOP versus Benihana's.
Ooh.
I'd probably say Benihana's, and I'm not really a big hibachi guy, but I'm not a big IHOP guy. I've only been to one IHOP in my life.
I've never been to Benihana's.
Me either, but I'd go there
love
before an IHOP, I
hibachi.
think.
My mom's had me eating hibachi forever. So. But I love pancakes, man. So I'll go IHOP.
Okay, well then that's another tiebreaker. We'll have to have Travis break up.
Okay.
We got KFC versus Cheddar's. I've never had Cheddar's.
Also never had Cheddar's, but KFC is not terrible.
Yeah, so I guess KFC moves
if
on.
it's fresh.
3 versus 14. Waffle House versus Miller Ale House. I've never had either, but I guess I got to take Waffle House.
I'm gonna take Waffle House just off the culture.
Yeah. 7 versus 10. Applebee's versus Sonic. That one's tough. That one's
one
tough.
is tough.
I like a lot of the things at Applebee's, but Sonic's a vibe.
Sonic's fire, dude.
Slate says Moe's should win the whole bracket, but we'll find out in the coming weeks. I don't think they'll win the whole bracket, though.
Nope.
Seeing as how in round 2 they're going to have to face fucking Chick-fil-A, so.
Done.
Yeah.
That's
I think I'm going to take
Moe's,
Applebee's just because it's, I don't know, it's more of what I grew up with than Sonic.
Yeah, I'll take Applebee's too.
Okay. It's a 2 versus 15, but again, 2 different type of demographics. One's a sit down and eat fast food. The other one's like fast food. 2,
Okay.
Taco Bell versus 15, Ruby Tuesdays. I think I have to take Taco Bell. I think it has to be Taco Bell.
Taco Bell's came in clutch way too many times.
Okay. Well, that wraps up the big menu region. In the final region, we have Welcome to Chili's region. As you can guess, Chili's is the number 1 seed.
Hey, welcome to Chili's.
This one doesn't make sense to me. All the 1 to 16 seeds don't make sense. Chili's versus Sheetz. I mean, Sheetz is a fucking gas station. I'm taking Chili's.
Chili's.
Cookout versus Jimmy John's. I've never had Jimmy John's, but Cookout's like mediocre as fuck.
Jimmy John's is solid.
Yeah, Cookout's mediocre as fuck. I guess Jimmy John's 9 seed wins.
It's a good
Yeah,
it's okay.
In-N-Out versus Maggiano's. Ooh. I've never had In-N-Out, but Maggiano's slaps.
I've never had either. But
Maggiano's is basically like a Carrabba's, but better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In-N-Out's like culture, though. But I like Maggiano's, dude. It's really good fucking chain Italian food.
See, I'm a big burger guy, so I'll go In-N-Out.
Okay. So we'll have to have Travis break up that one as well.
Yep.
5 versus 12, Bonefish Grill versus Arby's. I've never had Bonefish, and I don't like Arby's, but I guess I would take Arby's.
Arby's is not great, but in this scenario, like
it's a winner.
Yeah.
can't knock a winner, baby.
Guess not.
Number 6, Whataburger versus Red Robin. They actually just got like Tennessee's first Whataburger like recently.
I had
like
Red
last
Robin
year.
tonight.
You had Red Robin tonight? I've never had Red Robin.
It's so freaking gas, dude. They give you bottomless fries.
Is it? All right. I guess Red Robin then. I've never had.
I've
never had either, but I've heard Whataburger is really good.
Haystack burger, bro.
Haystack?
Yeah, it was basically like fried onions.
Slates with the hottest take of the fucking century. Chick-fil-A is so mid, is what he says.
So mid.
How dare you speak about God's chicken like that? About Ye's chicken like that. 3 versus 14. Olive Garden versus Cracker Barrel. I'm taking Olive Garden. No contest. Cracker Barrel sucks.
I've only been to Cracker Barrel like 3 times.
Yeah, I've been 3 times, and every time it sucked.
I don't even remember. So yeah, I'll go. What was the other?
Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Yep. Easy. Longhorn Steakhouse versus Raising Cane's. I'm taking Raising Cane's just because, like, you know, like an ancestry and whatnot.
I've seen videos and shit, and it looks
gas. Looks gas. Dude. Number 2 versus 15. Our last matchup is Five Guys versus Portillo's. Five Guys. All up in my mouth. Give it to me.
Five Guys is elite.
Lethal food, dude. The amount of grease that is on those fries could kill a man.
My God, take you out.
Yeah, could kill a man.
So is the amount that they give you.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
You appreciate it. You know, you're one of the few.
Yeah, no doubt. Slate says, Chick-fil-A sucks. For God's sakes, I would rather eat dog food every day of the week. That is disrespectful. Chick-fil-A, we don't endorse his sayings, okay? Just please, we love you, Chick-fil-A. We love you, okay?
Ignore the hate.
Yeah, we love you. He does not personify our feelings. The chicken, the chicken sandwich, the chicken nuggets, the waffle fries, the new milkshakes are gas. The lemonade, the fucking cheese sauce, the lemonade, the fucking barbecue sauce, the fucking honey mustard,
the sweet tea. Just
oh my, yeah, no, we're not looking for a sponsor. Oh.
Nope.
No, I really do love Chick-fil-A. Like, that's from the heart. All that is from the heart. Like, if I'm going to get a chicken sandwich or like fried chicken, I'm going to Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is a hike for me. Unfortunately.
Chick-fil-A, we got like 10. You just need to move down here, bro. It's a life.
I wish, man.
It's a life.
I wish.
That kind of wraps up, unless you have any other segment or anything you want to say before we get into our sports segment.
Not really. No, I'm just kind of reading the chat. He said he never had Chick-fil-A.
He's never had Chick-fil-A, and he's bashing it. He's just bashing it.
He's just out here talking shit.
He has no idea what he's talking about. No. Oh, my God. The disrespect. Getting into the sports segment here, wow. There wasn't a ton of sports news this week, at least not that I found like, hey, we should tell our viewers. There is 3 hot topics that I want to touch base on. I can't remember if we touched base on it last week. Albert Pujols finally hit his 700th home run. I can't remember if we talked about that in the last episode.
I think we did. Maybe we touched on it, but...
Aaron Judge is hunting his 62nd home run. He's actually hunting his 61st. He's not hit it yet, to my knowledge, at the time of the recording of this video and podcast. But, I mean, there's like 10 games left. Odds are he hits 1 home run to tie, if not 2 to overtake. And then the last one is Roger Federer played in his last competitive tennis match of his long storied career.
One of the GOATs, man.
Tennis legends retiring. So it's his last competitive, but I guess he's supposed to do like a duos match with Rafael Nadal or something like that, or maybe that was his last match.
That was it. That happened.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they lost. I can't
That's
remember
unfortunate.
who they played, but yeah.
Gotcha. But other than that, to me there wasn't a ton of news. One thing
Sterling Shepard's out for the season, bro.
Yep, Sterling Shepard got hurt. The other kind of news that's shocking the sports world that I guess just kind of refreshed in my mind is the whole thing going on with Brett Favre. I'm not entirely sure on the details. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Favre sought welfare money, I guess, or laundered welfare money for the football facility out at his alma mater. Again, I'm not entirely sure on the entire story, so I don't want to tell you guys any like false information, but that tells me they're not covering it enough, and it's a huge problem. And this says right here, the state has filed a civil lawsuit against Favre and others to recover more than $20 million in misspent welfare money intended to help needy people in one of the country's poorest states. Holy, $20 million. As a Packers fan, how do you feel?
Dude, honestly,
careful.
I've been waiting for someone to ask me because, like, all of my usernames and shit, you notice how, I mean, obviously, for people who don't follow me anyway, 2304.
Yep.
Because it's Michael Jordan and LeBron, and then it's Brett Favre.
Well, I actually never made that connection with the 4. When you started saying it, I was like, "Oh, I know where he's going now," but I never made the connection.
Yeah, and so just to see him like do this grimy shit,
shitty, bro.
Sucks. It sucks, man.
Yeah, it's really shitty. And then something's going on with the Celtics. I'm not aware of what it actually is, but something's going on.
Oh, Ime Udoka.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Because I don't know anything about that.
Yes, so their head coach was suspended because
suspended for a year.
Yeah, the entire season.
Okay.
Coming up.
Okay.
So allegedly having relations, I think, with one of the female.
I don't know why, but you're cutting in and out, buddy.
Dude, what the?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like you're holding it close enough. It's not like that. It's almost like you're peaking your mic and it's cutting out.
That's so weird. I wonder, is this better?
Yeah, I mean, you sound fine now.
That's weird. Okay. So what did you hear?
That he was suspended for a month and then he just kept cutting in and out.
Okay, so he was suspended for the season.
Okay.
Because allegedly there hasn't been many like statements made about it or anything.
Okay.
But he has I guess had sexual relations or something. Some sort of.
Yeah, this says it was engaging in an improper relationship with a team staff member, which is in violations of team policies in the NBA. That's really all it says. It doesn't give me really any more information. It just gives me like quotes from the players talking about it. And it actually this says players are still in the dark about all the details of what was going on, who was it with, and what's to come of the situation. That was yesterday at 4:52 p.m. So the players know as much as me and you do.
Oh, okay.
So I guess there isn't any more information on it. I don't know.
Yeah, not much has been released for it.
But those are the two biggest stories, and there really isn't too much information out there about either of those stories right now. I just did 2 quick Google searches, so it wasn't like me doing my research, but that's just me being honest. If you'd like, we can get into our NFL Super 7, where Kain tries to recap all the games in the NFL within 7 minutes. Last week we were close. It was closer to 8 minutes, but that's fine.
It was a little bit over.
It was, but I also was ripping at the same time. If you'd like to get a timer out,
yeah,
I'm going to try it.
Getting it going right now.
Okay. Give me a countdown on when to start, and we're going to start Super 7.
Alonso hit his 40th home run.
Oh, good for him. Good for him.
Yep. Okay, so are you ready?
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous.
I will go when you go.
All right. In Thursday night football, the Steelers took on the Browns in Pittsburgh. It was a 29-17 matchup. The Browns ended up taking it home. The Steelers fall to 1-2. They're not looking great. Mitchell Trubisky looked a little bit better in this week's game compared to week 2, but Jacoby Brissett led the way with 220 yards and 2 touchdowns. Nick Chubb having another great day with 23 carries, 113 yards, and a touchdown. Amari Cooper leading fantasy teams to a couple wins this week, besides TJ, who he couldn't do it for. 7 receptions, 101 yards, 1 touchdown. I bring that up because I beat TJ by like 4 points. Heading into Sunday, the Texans took on the Bears. Texans keep finding a way to keep games close, but the Bears squeak one out 23-20 in Chicago. Mills leads the game 245 with 1 touchdown. It wasn't anything crazy, but Smith gets the int to close out the game. Herbert, 20 carries, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns. Raiders took on the Titans. This is the game that I went to this past weekend. Titans squeak one out. They couldn't score in the second half again. Not sure what goes on with this offense, but they cannot get anything going in the second half. 24-22. The Raiders come up short, missing a 2-point conversion after they get a fresh set of downs on 4th and goal. They score the touchdown and miss a 2-point. Derek Carr led the game with 303 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Henry had 85 yards rushing for a touchdown. Headed to, I believe it was actually played in Indianapolis, Colts versus the Chiefs. The Colts squeak one by, probably one of the best teams in the AFC, but a team that doesn't really have too much depth. 20-17 was the final score. Patrick Mahomes had 262 yards, a touchdown, and Jonathan Taylor, of course, led the way on the ground with 21 carries, 71 yards. Juju looking like his old Pittsburgh self, 5 receptions, 89 yards, no tutties though. Bills get shut down. They blanked the Dolphins in the third quarter, but the Dolphins scored the touchdown after the Bills get the safety, and the Dolphins win 21-19 to improve to 3-0 and become one of the best teams in the AFC. They're going to be a real competitor this year, but not on the fault of Josh Allen. 63 attempts, 400 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Jalen Waddle, 4 receptions, 102 yards, no tutties. Heading to Detroit. I actually don't know if it was in Detroit or Minnesota. I'm actually probably completely wrong at that. The Vikings squeak one out against Detroit. We said it before. Detroit is purely capable of winning or losing any game by less than 7 points, and they do just that. They lose to the Vikings 28-24. Jared Goff didn't look great. 277 yards, 1 touchdown with 14 incompletions, but that's okay because Dalvin Cook brought it up for the Vikings. 17 carries, 96 yards, and Reynolds with 6 receptions, 96 yards. Headed to the Ravens-Patriots game, 37-26, the Ravens squeak it out after blanking the Patriots in the first quarter. That's really all it took to close out this game. Lamar Jackson looked incredible with 5 touchdowns. He also rushed for 170 yards and a touchdown. Poor Mac Jones gets hurts his ankle. They're saying it might be season-ending. I can't confirm, though. Devontae Parker getting 5 receptions, 156 yards is absolutely incredible to me. 30 average yards per reception. Bengals take on the Jets. The Jets shouldn't have showed up. Looked rough. Bengals win 27-12. Burrow comes up clutch for me, getting about 20 fantasy points. But Flacco led the way with the yardage at 285 yards, but he threw 2 ints. Tyler Boyd had him on my fantasy team. Cut him last week. Finally shows up to a game, 4 receptions, 105 yards, 1 touchdown. Eagles blank the Commanders 24-8. They shut them down in the first 3 quarters. The Commanders couldn't score. But oddly enough, the Eagles only scored points in the second quarter, so it didn't matter. The Eagles scored 24 in the second quarter to improve to 3-0. Jalen Hurts looks incredible week in and week out. 22 for 35, 340 yards, 3 touchdowns, and Smith getting 8 receptions for 169 yards. Saints versus Panthers. Panthers finally get a win, 22-14 in their divisional matchup. Winston leads away with 353 yards, a touchdown, and McCaffrey, no touchdowns, but 108 yards, and Olave, the rookie, 9 receptions, 147 yards. The Jaguars go out to L.A., and, I think they played in L.A. Jaguars crush the Chargers 38-10. Their defense was
4 minutes.
Oh, sick. I got plenty of time then.
Oh, yeah.
Jaguars take on the Chargers 38-10. Lawrence looked good. Herbert was a little rough. He had a couple picks this game, 297 yards and 1 touchdown. Robinson, 17 carries, 100 yards. And Palmer for the Chargers has been incredible this year. He didn't get a ton of attention last year, but 6 receptions, 99 yards. The Rams take on the Cardinals. The Rams are actually starting to look a little bit more like the same team they were last year, but they very much are not the same team they were last year. Couldn't score in the fourth quarter, makes it a close game, 20-12. The Rams take this one away. Kyler Murray has 314 yards on almost 60 pass attempts, and Cam Akers finally decided to play in a game this week and put on a jersey, 12 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Now, the surprising stat here is Marquise Brown, 14 receptions, 140 yards, but no touchdowns. The man catches 14 passes on 16 targets, 140 yards, and can't get a touchdown. In the Battle of the Birds, Falcons versus Seahawks, a game that came down to the wire, and it's simply because neither team could score in the fourth quarter. Falcons win 27-23. Geno Smith, 325 yards, 2 touchdowns. Geno Smith, he gets good stats, but he can't win a game. Cordero Patterson, love the guy. We've talked about him in almost every episode. 17 carries, 141 yards, 1 touchdown. Kyle Pitts couldn't get a touchdown. Travis lost a bet because of this. He had a nice parlay, and it was riding on the back of it. 5 receptions, 87 yards, no tutties. Packers-Bucks, what a loser, stinky game. 14-12, Packers win. Rodgers looked okay, throwing 2 touchdowns, but Tom Brady couldn't get it going. I guess there was something to do with the scoreboard. Rodgers was talking about it in a post-game interview. Haven't caught up with what that was about, but somehow they got word of what they were doing on the final play. Brady can't close out. 271 yards, 1 touchdown. Aaron Jones looked rough after a bounce-back week, 12 carries, 36 yards. Engaged, 12 receptions, 87 yards, 1 touchdown. And the worst probably game that I've seen in the NFL played. There's only what?
1 minute left.
Okay. In the last game of Sunday, Broncos took on the 49ers, and it ended up being a stinker, 11-10. There's only been one other game with this score ever in the history of the NFL. Jimmy Garoppolo, 211 yards, 1 touchdown with Wilson, my boy, carrying me to the victory with 12 carries, 75 yards, and Cameron Sutton, 8 receptions, 97 yards. Broncos win 11-10. Cowboys versus Giants. This game was really boring in the first half. It was 6-3, I think, at the end of the first half. And then they end up closing out. The Cowboys win on a pickoff of Daniel Jones, 23-16. Giants fall to 2-1. Cowboys improved to 2-1 under Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush is now 3-0 in his NFL start career. He went 215 yards for a touchdown. Pollard beating out Zeke, 13 carries, 105 yards, and CeeDee Lamb, 8 receptions, 87 yards, and a touchdown. And that is your Super 7, baby.
Oh, with 3 seconds to spare.
That's how it's done.
6:57.
Yes, sir. I'm not sure what games you really want to hit on. If you want, you could talk about the Packers and Bucks game because I don't know if you heard that or saw the
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I was busy celebrating the birthday.
Yeah.
So I honestly wasn't watching but
I'm going to try and pull this up and what this whole scoreboard thing was. It doesn't look like there's any news of it.
Yeah, I haven't even heard about that.
Yeah, in the post-game interview, Aaron Rodgers was like, some things shouldn't be shown on the scoreboard even at home, and I just got some information from it, and I just relayed the information, was his direct quote. And I'm trying to find, news about it. Rodgers, let me see, Rodgers scoreboard. Let's see if I can pull this up.
Yeah, I just haven't heard anything about it because.
Here we go. So this is from A to Z Sports. Aaron Rodgers said he saw something on the Jumbotron that they shouldn't have shown, that he saw something and just passed on the information to presumably his defense that helped win the game. We have no idea what was going on. Broken up, Packers D holds off the 2-point conversion. The scoreboard operator really did something that led to the Green Bay's defense stopping that 2-point play. That'll probably be looking for a new job by Monday morning. And he can thank Aaron Rodgers for costing him his gig. But that's it. That's all. Everything is from that night. There's nothing recent about it. So,
what could he have possibly saw?
I don't know. I can't find anything. Turning point. Momentum swung in the Packers' favor again. Sure enough, Brady wasn't able to convert. Yeah, it's not telling me what happened. But yeah, I guess there was some drama in it. But the only other game that the 2 games that I really want to talk about, or I guess 3, is the Falcons-Seahawks game, 27-23. That game, it was a great game, don't get me wrong, but no one scored in the fourth quarter. There was plenty of opportunities for scores in the fourth quarter, and neither team could really close it out and get a little bit bigger lead or close out the lead. The other game is the 49ers-Broncos. 11-10, the Broncos win that game.
That's so weird.
Comes down to a safety is what cost 49ers the game because Jimmy G stepped on the line as he's going to throw the ball. So that cost him the game right there. That's the 2 points. That's the 1 point they lost by. One game in the history of the NFL has ever been 11-10. This is the second one. I don't understand. I know both teams have a good defense, but they can't be that good. or their offense is
Yeah.
just that bad. I don't know.
I mean,
Because it kind
the
of seems like
defense
it's that
and-
bad.
Yeah, I think it's more they're just that bad.
Yeah, and then the game of the week, like this is like the biggest rivalry matchup ever. Cowboys Giants, not because it's a divisional matchup, but because of Will and Travis.
Yeah.
The Giants lose 23-16. Will is riding high because the Panthers won this week. I get it. There was some heat in the prior week, whatever. But I mean, it's not the Giants beat the Panthers, and that's what matters.
That is what
and
matters.
The Giants lose I would say their number one receiver. Sterling Shepard is their number one guy. Galladay isn't shit, so on and so forth.
Go
ahead.
Sorry. Speaking of football, I actually just thought about this, dude. For my birthday, my mom got her and I tickets to the Bills-Packers game on October 30th.
Oh, that's fucking dope.
Yeah.
That's sick.
In Buffalo. So
It's going to be a little chilly by that time, but that'll be dope, dude.
it'll be chilly.
Buffalo's a nice
the
stadium.
Packers are
It's
probably
really
gonna get
basic, but it's nice.
smacked.
Nah, come on. Come on. The Dolphins beat the Bills
Nah, dude.
3-0. What?
Lily's giving me shit because I didn't say I didn't know I was coming or not, so I didn't say you. But Lily is coming.
Oh, sick. That'll be fun.
Your birthday gift from me, dumbass.
I've
Yeah,
mentioned that a ton of
dumbass.
times.
You mentioned it once. Counted.
Oh, she's been
You
counting.
mentioned me once in the last 3 episodes.
Wow, way to go, bro.
You said your birthday. You said it with my friend Dylan.
Damn. TJ catching heat live and on the podcast.
Damn.
Rip skis.
Live in action calling me out right now. But
It's okay.
sometimes I lose my train of thought on the
It's fine, bro. It's okay.
it happens.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, we're guys. Just guys being dudes.
Just dudes being fellas.
Dude being bros.
guys being dudes.
I'm ready to get into the power rankings. This is our last segment. We're at an hour in, so we're making pretty good time this week. I don't know how you want to do this. Unless you want to do first 10, it don't matter. I can do first 10.
I can do first 10.
All right, go ahead with the first 10. Now, again, you read this on the left. It shows last week's for us. So, like, first is up 2 spots. New leader this week. And they're also up 2 from ESPN. So ESPN has them ranked 3rd. If it's a minus or if it's just a dash, that means we matched ESPN. If it's a minus, like so for the 3rd is -2. ESPN has that team ranked 1st. We have them ranked 3rd. Just want to make sure we clarify that.
So, coming into week 4, we have a new number 1.
Kung kung.
Philly. The Eagles coming in at 1.
You.
Last week we had them 2nd.
No, last week we had them 3rd, bro.
3rd. Excuse me. I thought that.
I just explained it, bro.
I know. I apologize. It's
good.
weird because it's what we had them last week, and then
I know.
it's a whole mess.
It's fine.
Sometimes. So, anyways, we have the Bills at number 2. Down 1, we had them ranked 1st for a couple weeks there, right?
Yeah, the first. So I guess it would be preseason week 2, week 3, and this week they fall to 2, which is where ESPN has them at. They just took a tough loss against the Dolphins, but statistically they're still the best team in the AFC. In every category. If I check the calculation here, they're 2nd in points for, 2nd in points against. Let's see. 1st in point differential, 1st in passing yards per game, 6th in rushing yards per game, 1st in passing yards allowed, 2nd in rushing yards allowed, 1st in sacks, 3rd in takeaways, 1st in 3rd down conversion. They're first top 3 in everything other than rushing yards per game. So that should bring you to the Dolphins, which are at 3rd, right?
They are indeed. So they're up 5 spots.
Yep, they were 8th. They beat the Bills.
Yeah, we had them at 8th. Big win.
Yep.
We already kind of covered that, though.
Now, before we go to 4, I have to take a shot at Slates because Slates came in my stream last night and said that the Dolphins are top 3 in every category. And I was like, well, what categories are you talking about? Other than being 3-0, what are you talking about? Because this was before I put it all in.
Okay.
He was like, give me 10 minutes or like, I'll be back in 10 minutes. So here I am with the stats. Points for, they're 6th. Points against, they're 7th. Point differential, they're 5th. Passing yards per game, they're 3rd. That's their first top 3. Rushing yards per game, they're 15th. Passing yards allowed, they're 15th. Rushing yards allowed, they're 13th. Sacks, they're 12th. Takeaways, they're 8th. Turnovers, they're 3rd, so that's another top 3. Third down conversion, they're 2nd, and penalties, they're 4th. So they have 3 stats of the ones that we at least count, which are the main stats, offensive, defensive. They have 3 that are in the top 10, or top 3. And when I say they're 12th or 13th, that means respectively in their conference. That's not the league, that's just their conference. They're not even top 3. And every one of their stats. But anyways, just want to prove my point. Go ahead and carry on. That's why they're not number 1 this week.
Pulled up the receipts.
Yep. Yeah, had
to.
It all. Had to.
Ready to go.
That's why they're not number 1.
Anywho, coming into 4, we got my boys, the Packers, up 2 spots from last week. So that +3, right? That means we have them higher.
So that means ESPN has them 7th. We have them 4th. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. So then following the Packers, we have the Chiefs at 5th. You know, drop 1 spot.
Respectable, but lost to the Colts. It's embarrassing.
Still, yeah, Colts. I'm still shocked they pulled that off.
Yeah.
But so coming in at 6 after the Chiefs, we have the Rams. Up 1 from last week for us. Down 1 for ESPN.
They're staying consistent, but they're not the team they were, man. I don't know what it is, but I mean,
it just seems like they're a weird shell.
Matt Stafford has always been a risk taker. He doesn't care about how many picks he throws, but man, like we got to start throwing a little bit more touchdowns, man. We got to do something.
Yeah. So then following the Rams, we have the Raiders 7. You know, up 3 from last week.
Staying in the top 10.
Still just climbing. Lamar looks great this year. Absolutely cooking.
Yeah.
Even with the poor choice of weaponry he has.
Yeah, honestly.
And then we have the Bucks coming in at 8. Big drop this week.
Yeah, they've been 2nd since the start, or at least 2nd or 3rd.
They've been top 3 all year.
Yeah, they dropped to 8th.
Which, honestly, they don't look.
They're just not scoring, man. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
They're not allowing a ton of points, but they're not scoring either.
Yeah, they're just kind of staying in it almost in a weird way.
Yeah.
So then following the Bucks, we have the Vikings at 9. Up 2 from last week. They were 11th.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
breaking in the top 10.
Nothing crazy. Like they beat the Lions.
They're gonna be the same Vikings they always are, man. They're gonna go
gonna
like 9-4 to start the season. Then they're gonna finish 9-8, and then they're gonna make the wild card, win the wild card, go to the divisional, and lose in the divisional. That's what's gonna happen.
It's usually how the Vikings go.
Yeah.
Then to finish out the top 10, we have the Bengals, who big jump from last week, up 7.
Biggest. That's our biggest mover. They're tied with the Jags, going up 7.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe Burrow just finally looked good. I know it's against the Jets, but it really helped out their offensive and defensive statistics this week playing them, and that's where the jump comes from. Is they got their yardage back and they got their point differential back that they haven't had this year, going to 10th. In our top 10, just to break it down for you, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 similarities with ESPN. The Bills at 2nd, the Bucks at 8th, Vikings at 9th, and the Bengals at 10. In our top 10, we usually mention this at the end, but in our top 10, we matched all of our top 10 with NFL.com somehow. With all of it. 1 through 10, NFL was exactly the same. I'm just saying that part now because obviously that breaks the record of last week of 8. And it was weird to me that we got all 10. That never happens.
No.
8 was shocking, but we're going to continue on. At 11, we have the 49ers. They're down 2 spots from 9th last week. They fall out of the top 10. They're going to be in that contention most of the year, especially with Jimmy G under the helm. We actually have them higher than ESPN, +3. The Broncos is our first mainstay, and by that I mean they stayed in the same spot they were last week. They're 12th. ESPN has them ranked 12th. there's nothing special. It was an 11-10 game. They're an average team. That's why they didn't jump or drop. I mean, their statistics stayed consistent with where they're at. At 13th, we have the Jags, which is our other big mover, +7. We matched them with ESPN at 13th. They're looking good, man. Everyone knew their offense got a lot better this offseason. And I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are really proud of that. And their defenses showed up and stopped really big offenses to start the season.
Dude, that's what's been surprising.
Their defense is unreal.
Like, they built up the offense, so it's obviously going to be defense.
I don't think anybody expected their defense to play as well as they are. But again, the ride momentum. I mean, think about what they just did to the Chargers. That's a big swing heading in, week out. At 14th, we had the Browns up 5 spots. They were 19th last week. They get a nice win over the Steelers this week, even though I don't think the win over the Steelers is impressive. But to put up 24 points on one of the best defenses in the leagues and to be able to stop their mediocre offense is kind of where the Browns fall to 14th. But they're up 5 from 19th. ESPN has them ranked 10th. I actually think it's 11th. I think I just inputted that wrong here at -4. But I don't see how they can be a top 10 team or even 11th.
No.
They don't impress me in any way on any facet of the field. They couldn't sack Mitchell. They sacked Mitchell Trubisky, but not Myles Garrett. He couldn't get to him. Like your number one guy couldn't get to Myles Garrett or get to Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me. Chargers at 15th, our biggest loser, -10. They took a big hit, man. ESPN has them matched at 15th as well. They look terrible. Watching the game, Justin Herbert did not look good. I know he's coming off of that rib injury, but it had been a week and a half. They said he was good to go, but he did not look good to go.
He didn't look it.
The Giants go to 16th. They fall down 3 spots from 13th last week. A tough L. I don't think it was entirely Daniel Jones' fault. Yes, he threw that pick, but there was a ton of missed calls by the refs, not just for the Cowboys, but for the Giants as well. It was really, really shitty officiating in this game. ESPN has them ranked 17th. We have them at 16th. The Lions dropped 2 spots to 17th, and we are up 8 from ESPN with having them at 17th. ESPN has them ranked 25th. The Lions are a good team, man. A lot of people are sleeping on them. You got to watch out. They're going to be competitors in the division if the Packers and Vikings don't get their shit together soon.
Seriously.
Because the Lions are playing good football. They've competed in every single game they've played.
But the problem is, can they get over that hump to get wins?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So right now they're 1-2. They lost against the Eagles week 1 by like 13, but it was like a 43-30 game or something like that. They win week 2 and lose week 3 to the Vikings, whatever the score was. I think it was 3 points there too, or 4 points. So if they can find ways to just win instead of lose by that small of a margin, but if the Vikings and Packers don't get their shit together, it's not going to matter. I think they're going to stay competitive. At 18th, we have the Cardinals. They didn't go up or down for us last week. They're up from ESPN, though. ESPN has them 19th. We have them 18th. Another mainstay. I think that's our last. No, we do have one more, but it's a little bit later on. Cowboys jump up 5 spots with their win over the Giants. Offense looked a lot better. They go to 19th, up 5 spots, down 3 from ESPN. ESPN has them ranked 16th. And then 20th, the Bears. They're up 5 spots. They were 25th. ESPN has them ranked 22nd. I like the Bears this year. I don't like how competitive the Texans are making games where the other team should win close, or you know what I mean? It shouldn't be going that way.
They just seem to be.
Yeah, it just shouldn't be going that
fighting.
way. If you want to take over, you can do as many as you want and switch back, or you can finish them off. It's up to you, buddy.
I'll hit till your boys down there.
All right.
So at 21, following the Bears, we have the Patriots. They didn't look, they lost Mac.
Yeah, that's a big hit, man. I mean, say what you want. Yeah, Tom Brady was the same situation, and when he came up, Bledsoe got hurt, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, Patriots at 21. We'll just leave it at that. But then at 22, we have the Saints, -8 from last week. And they
a tough loss.
Yeah, they didn't look bad.
The Panthers, who are an 0-2 team, they were 1-1. They come in. Jameis looks great. The offense looked okay, but the defense couldn't get a stop to save their life. They didn't score in the first 3 quarters, which is apparently Jameis Winston's new thing, is just being shit for the first 3 and then getting 250 yards in the fourth quarter. But yeah, he did fine. The offense was okay. Olave had a great game, but other than that, mediocre defense.
Yeah. And then following them, we have the Falcons. Up 5 from last week.
Yes, sir.
You know,
my boy Mariota, baby.
Mariota. Pulling it out, dude. Comeback season.
Looking good. Battle of the Birds this week. Winning the game.
Yeah, man. Dude, I'm rooting for him.
Actually,
anyways,
keep going. I'm actually going to look up his stats this week while you read the rest of these.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious. So, and then at 20, Titans, they just look out of order. Like
something's off, man. Like I said, they can't score in the second half.
No,
they can't.
Literally every week, they barely beat the Raiders. Dude, the
Raiders aren't a bad team. We know they're not a bad team. They're just playing bad football.
They're just playing bad.
They're playing bad football is what it is.
So then at 25, we have the Colts.
Yep.
Big win against the Chiefs this week.
Yep.
But they still haven't proved anything.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. And then I'll let you finish this one, but coming in at 26, we got your boys, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We do. We have the Steelers at 26. They lose 4 spots. They need to figure out the quarterback situation. I think it's time. I said at the beginning of the year, give Mitch 3 weeks. If he can't prove it, he can't prove it. But it all doesn't come down to Mitch. It comes down to Coach Canada. He is not supposed to be our offensive coordinator at this point. Mike Tomlin has never had to fire an offensive coordinator in his 16 years mid-season. He needs to do it right now, or at least by week 8, because they fucking won't let Mitchell Trubisky call an audible. Like, we're hitting checkdowns every play. We got wide receivers wide open, and then when they're covered, we throw it to them and they drop the pass, and that pisses fans off because it's like they're calling for the ball. They finally get it and they drop it. So now we're mad at the receivers. The team chemistry shit. The players want Pickett in. The fans want Pickett in. We understand the coaching staff wants to win, but I think everybody can say all these couch coaches think Pickett is what it is that is going to get us to win. They're down 4 spots. They were 22nd. They're now 26th. Down 2 spots from ESPN. They have them 24th. The funny thing about ESPN is that the ESPN actually had the Steelers ranked lower than the Raiders, who are a team that's 0-3. That pissed me off a little bit. 27, we have the Commanders. Down 6 spots. The Commanders have not looked good this year.
No.
I'm a shitter on Carson Wentz. I shit on him all the time. And I'm still going to continue to shit on him. I don't care what anybody says. He is not an NFL starting quarterback right now. If he is a quarterback, and you said this last week or the week before, that if he's the quarterback in that Super Bowl, they don't win the Super Bowl. It's that simple. He's a hit or miss. You don't know what you're going to get from play to play, and I stand by that. Down 6 to 27th. Panthers up 3 spots this week for us. They were 31st. They're up to 28th now. We still have them higher ranked than ESPN somehow. ESPN has them ranked 29th. The Panthers haven't looked great. They get a squeaky win, I think, in week 3, but they have not looked good the whole year. I think this win hopefully turns it around for them. I don't want to see Baker play like shit because I like Baker, but
I also like Baker.
He's not doing it right now. Texans up 3 spots. They've been our 32nd. We have a new bottom 3. Texans move up to 29th. We had them in dead last. ESPN still has them ranked dead last. I don't know how anybody can rank the Texans last. They have made every single game they've played close. In fact, let me pull it up real quick. Let me get this open. I'm going to tell you what their point differential is, or their scoring margin real quick, because it has to be low. It has to be 1 score.
Yeah, I was going to say it's got to be within 7 points because
So it's over 7. It's 10 points. So the tie against the Colts 20-20, loss against the Broncos by 7, loss against the Bears by 3. So their point differential is 10 points.
Yeah.
And a team that everybody I'm sure people think they're going to get a win, but you go through the schedule, you're like, oh shit, lost. Maybe they can win that game. And granted, they haven't won, but they're 0-2-1 with a losing margin of 10 points of a team that the 3 first games should have been fucking blowouts. The Broncos should have crushed. The Colts should have crushed them. Maybe the Bears stays a close game.
Yeah.
And they're 0-2-1 with a margin of -10. So
They're
they move up to
staying in it,
29th.
dude. They're fighting.
Yeah,
But
they move up to 29th. Seahawks at 30th. They stay the same. Another mainstay.
they just look bad. They just look bad.
They don't look good, man. And when they do look good, you're like, holy shit, yeah, Geno Smith is the guy. Next
About
player, you're like,
time.
Geno Smith is not the guy. ESPN has them ranked 27th. I don't think the Seahawks are a bad team, but they're not. They don't look good. I don't think they're a good team, but I don't think they're a bad team. Are they going to win their division? No. Are they going to compete in their division? No. But if you throw them in the NFC East, yeah. Like, they'll compete in that division. They'll compete in the AFC South. Like, they're not the worst team in the league by any means. The Jets at 31st. They're down 4. We had them ranked 27th last week. They
just looked rough.
They won a game against the Browns. They closed out. Everybody was hyped. They're like, holy shit, the Jets are a real contender. They can win games when they need to. They came back with like 13 seconds left, and then they get fucking blown out by the AFC defending champions. I get it. Joe Burrow's finally back. He dusted the rust off. And then 32nd, I hate to say this, the Raiders are dead last. They're -6. They were 26th last week. This is not the worst team in the NFL.
No.
But they're playing like it. In every category, they are terrible. To bring them up, the Raiders, let's see. Points for, they're 8th. Points against, 13th. 11th in point differential. Let's see here. Sorry, I got to scroll over. 6th in passing yards per game. 14th in rushing yards per game. 14th in passing yards allowed. 11th in rushing yards allowed. 16th in sacks. 15th in takeaways. 10th in turnovers. 13th in third down conversion. And 11th in penalties.
Wow.
Yeah, they are having a rough year in the AFC. Granted, they're in one of the better divisions in the AFC. To go back to the Titans, this is one thing I wanted to mention here. So against the Giants, they scored 7 points in the second half. I just want to go over this. They didn't score any points in the second half against the Bills and didn't score points against the Raiders in the second half. So
Really?
In 3 games, they have 7 points
In the second half.
7.
That's not good.
That is not how you win football. That is not how you win a football game. They need to start showing up in the second half. Like, and I don't mean, they're just not getting touchdowns. They're not scoring. In the Raiders game, they had 7 points. So they've scored on every opening drive that they've had this year. So they've scored on the opening drive of every game. 7 points. It's been a touchdown. They scored 17 in the second quarter. I'm going back to the Giants game right now because the Bills, they only scored on the opening drive. That was it. The Giants game, they're up 13-0 at half. Allowed 13 points in the third quarter. Score the 7 in the third quarter. So it's they're up 20-13 at the start of the fourth. And then they allow the touchdown with like a minute and a half left. And they get the 2-point conversion. Drive down the field, and fat-ass Randy misses the kick. Yes, that's what people actually call him down here is fat-ass Randy. That's his nickname. That's not me fat-shaming him. That's what people call him down here. They've looked terrible. They're 20th. They barely get the win this week in what should have been. Yeah. I don't think it should have been a blowout. It was a really good game. It was a fun game to watch. But, that's our power rankings this week. Just to run through, I'll run through the top 10 again real quick. Eagles, Bills, Dolphins, Packers, Chiefs, Rams, Ravens, Bucks, Vikings, Bengals are your top 10. The 49ers fall out. The Vikings jump back in. And I think the Bengals jump back in. Other than that, every other team has remained the same in the top 10 this week.
That's what we got for you.
To run through the conference with the most teams in the top 16 is the AFC for the first time this year. It's been the NFC every other week until this week. They have 9 teams. The division with the most teams in the top 16 is the AFC West. Shockingly, the Broncos, Chiefs, and Chargers are all in the top 16. Biggest mover, Jags and Bengals up 7. Biggest losers, Chargers down 10. ESPN, we had 8 similarities, which would have tied the previous record if we didn't match 14 this week with the NFL. All of our top 10 picks.
14.
That tells me we're doing something right.
We're picking the right spots, man.
Yeah, we're doing something right.
Yeah.
The teams to watch this week, I have 4. I don't know if you have any additional besides these teams. The Lions, I think the Lions are going to be on here every week because, they're competing. I have the Texans on here.
Check in.
I have the Texans on here. It's not necessarily a team to watch. I don't want to watch their games, but I'm going to keep up with their scores. Like if their game's on, I have their StatCast open. Like I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Next team is the Falcons. Same thing. Not looking terrible. To go over Mariota's stats, he had 7 rushes for 4 yards and a rushing touchdown. Went 13 for 20, 229 yards, a touchdown and an int. He was sacked 3 times with a pass rating of 99.8. 99.8 for Mariota, who hasn't thrown the ball in 3 years. I'm fine with that.
That's solid.
The final team is the Chargers. Is the last team I have on teams to watch.
That was going to be the team.
They got to figure something out, man. They did not look good. I understand Herbert's coming off of a rough week in Kansas City. But, man, I would have given them the week off. It's the Jags. I would have been like, all right, if we take the L, it's the L. At least Justin Herbert's not playing. Now Justin Herbert plays, and it looks even worse.
Take the L? Yeah.
It looks even worse. But, yeah, that's our power rankings this week. We want to start doing a segment after our power rankings in the sports section, but I think instead of doing that, I want to start posing one question at the end of the podcast. So the one thing I do want to announce is that starting next week, we're going to start having guests on the podcast. We have not decided on exactly who our first guest is going to be next week, but we are excited that we're going to have guests. So if you want to be on the podcast, please let us know. We'll schedule a date to do the recording and schedule the date of the release of the podcast. So we're going to be doing our first guest, and when we start that, I want whoever our guest is to pose a question to the next guest, and that'll be the first question or the last question that guest answers. After we do the sports, that'll be what they answer, and then that guest will pose a question, so on and so forth. So for right now, I guess TJ, let's do a deep question. Do you have a deep question that you've been sitting on, like something you think about frequently?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, what's your deep question?
It'll fuck you up though.
That's fine. That's the point.
So my brain wonders, like truly, how I wonder, like I try to think about how other people think, if that makes sense.
I guess a little bit. I try to what runs through other people's head.
Yeah. So like I try to think about like how people believe, and like certain people will be like, I don't know, Bigfoot's real, you know? And some people will be like, no, what the fuck? But some people really believe that shit. So I always wonder, what happens to people that makes you like think in such a specific way, you know what I mean? Because like when you're hanging out with people, is specific to you.
Yeah, I guess.
So I wonder like how the fuck we came about and everyone has the same thought process,
so the whole like
different
mentality thing. So this is more of a scientific question rather than like a deep question. It goes back to man starting to eat meat rather than fruit, vegetables, so on. Meat is what helped our brain get to the level that we are today. As weird as that sounds, do we need to eat meat to stay this smart? No. There's vegetarians out there, there's vegans out there, but that is like scientifically proven as to why man has propelled itself into this life form that we are today is by eating meat. It gave our body the energy and our brain the energy to develop further and have deeper thoughts, and deeper motor functions and things like that. And basically what that comes down to is everything, like we all have thoughts in our head where we're like, okay, yeah, that's the right way. Like you say Bigfoot is real. Let's look at it as you pour the cereal before the milk, like, or not necessarily crossing the road, but like little things like I can't think of like an instinctual thing, but that's what it is. It's our instincts from those times, and that's where all our thought process come from.
I just think that's crazy.
Yeah, it is
and
a little wild.
Also space.
Yeah,
I think about space often,
that is never ending and constantly expanding.
My brain can't wrap around that.
Yeah, it can't grasp
like, what do you mean? Like, I could just keep going straight forever and still not be in the spot that I started at.
So I know I said we want to do a question for every guest. One of the questions this is the question that I want to pose our first guest, since we don't have a guest to pose that question. Is
Okay.
Given the choice of anyone in the world at any time, whom would you want to have as a guest for dinner and why?
I like that.
Me too. And obviously we'll answer this when we go over this with the first guest. We're not going to do it now. We're going to do it next episode with our first guest. Another thing I do want to do is I kind of want to have I want to end every episode with a quote. I don't know why. I know that's kind of corny and cheesy, but just a positive quote. You know what I mean? Here, I'm literally going to search one up right now. I already have one for next week, but I didn't want to use it tonight because I want to save it. But let's see. Positive quote. Let's see. Yeah, I have a little quote in my head for next week, so I want to say that.
It.
Yeah, it's
I like it. Is it from Rocky?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not from Rocky. No.
Okay. That's too bad.
It's too bad. No, come on, these are all lame. Non-corny, positive quotes.
Non-corny. Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love, everybody. Yeah, I like this one. So it's kind of it's not really a dumb quote, but it's from Vincent van Gogh. And the quote is, "I'm always doing what I cannot do. And the reason why I do that now is in order to learn how to do it." So basically what that means is just you're always doing something you don't know how to do. Like when we first did the podcast, we didn't know what we were doing. When I first streamed, when you first walked, rode a bike, if you're not doing something, you need to push your boundaries and find something to do that you don't know how to do. You need to constantly learn and become a stronger, better person.
Makes you uncomfortable in some way. It just pushes you a little bit.
Step outside your comfort zone and learn something new today. Okay, everybody? That's going to be the end of the podcast, and I hope you guys all have a banger of a week.
Fucking A right.
Make sure you guys get ready for our first guest. We'll announce it probably midweek or maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday, who we're going to do. We just got to discuss it amongst the three of us. We have 3 people in mind, and we all just want to talk about who we want to do first because they're all going to be guests on the podcast at some point.
It's just a matter of
who we're going to do. And obviously, if you guys all want to be on the podcast, please reach out to me. We'd love to have guests on. People we don't know, people we love to hear from. As long as you have Discord and a camera, we can do it.
We can do it.
But guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Have a great night.
Peace.